Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I know I sound terrible, but trust me, I feel much better than how I sound. I have been sick for the last week. I got really bad allergies and then I developed laryngitis on top of that. And so my doctor said laryngitis, that's going to take a while to go away. But today is the best day, if you can believe it, that my voice sounds. So I'm just happy to be back to filming. Thank you guys so much for all of your prayers and your well wishes while I've been MIA for a while. But I'm ready. I've gotten so much makeup in and let's do this. Today we're going to be trying out this new powder palette from Tarte. This is the Shape Tape Glow Bar, and in here you're getting 3 different finishing powders, so to speak. So this is the finishing powder that's going to smooth and blur the complexion. This one is going to give more of a highlighting effect, kind of like how you would use a traditional highlighter, except this isn't going to be as intense as a traditional highlighter. There's no like glitter or sparkle or anything like that. And then this deeper shade over here is going to enhance your bronzer. So you're going to see me apply like all of my complexion products. I'm doing a full face of Tarte, and I'm going to go through, I'm actually going to do a wear test, about an 8-hour wear test today on this palette, just so we can see how the complexion looks. I am 40 years old with normal to oily skin. I want to mention that this is only available right now on the QVC website, and it does come as a trio of products for, it's like $45 or $44 and change. Now, on the QVC website, when you go to look for this, you're going to see that there's 10 different shades. Don't be fooled. It's not 10 different shades of the palette. It's because they're giving you a little mini Shape Tape, the original Shape Tape concealer, and that's why you're having to choose a shade because of this little guy right here. So the shade that I ended up choosing is 16N Fair Light Neutral. We also get this dual-ended brush, which it feels really soft, a little flimsy at the same time. It is a synthetic brush, but you will see me use all 3 of these products in today's video. If it is your first time here on my channel, well, I want to apologize for my voice. I don't usually sound like this, but here on my channel, I try all kinds of new makeup. I'm primarily a makeup review channel. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos. If that sounds great to you, and you want to see my videos on pretty much a daily basis, minus this past week, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like what you see, if you're interested in this new Tarte palette, or you just want to watch me apply some makeup, give this video a thumbs up before you go. As usual, I will have everything linked and listed in the description box. Some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. Let's get started with the video, guys. And I also will be doing some comparisons of this palette once I wrap up the video with the 8-hour check-in to see how it's looking on my 40-year-old normal to oily skin. And I'll let you know whether this is worth your 45 bucks or not. If you guys want to see the new Tarte Shape Tape Glow Bar Powder Palette in action, keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to go in first with Tarte Smoothing Face Tape Primer. I did pick up the travel size. You guys have seen me use this already. But this is gonna add some bit of a hydration, but also a smoothing effect. Kind of camouflage those pores a little bit. I will say that since I've been sick, I feel like my skin has gotten a little bit dry. Now I'm going to go in with one of my favorites from Tarte, and this is the Shape Tape Cloud Coverage. I use the shade 16N, which is a fair light neutral. I'm just going to use my BK Beauty 101 to apply. I hope none of you guys have gotten sick. I know it's been going around. A lot of people where I work have been sick. And so, well, I work at a school, so obviously I'm around a lot of people. There's like almost 3,000 people at my campus. So, yeah. Kind of easy to get sick over there. Now, like I showed you in the intro, this little set came with a mini size of the OG Shape Tape, and this one is also in the shade 16N Fair Light Neutral. Now I am going to be going in with some cream products. This is part of the Tarte Holiday Collection. I did a review over this about 2 months ago, I guess. Now I'll have my Tarte playlist linked in a pinned comment, but I'm just going to be using the blush and bronzer in this particular palette. This is the Modern Mosaic Face palette, by the way. The highlighter over here is just a little too dark for me, so I'm going to be focusing on these two shades. I'm using my Smashbox Cream Cheek brush. For the bronzer shade, the shade is called Exquisite. Now I'm going in with the cream blush called Treasure, and I'm using this new BK Beauty 109 brush. It's like a mini version of the 101, but this one is especially great for cream blush. Cream bronzer if you want to, but I've been liking it for cream blush, cream and liquid blush. Alright, now before I apply any powder products, I'm going to set my complexion with the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist. I need to do my under eye setting powder. This is not usually the powder I would use. This is a powder foundation. It's the Amazonian Clay Blurring Powder Foundation, but it's such a lightweight powder and I don't use it as a foundation. I actually just use it as a setting powder. So I'm going to get my little makeup puff and just use this to set my under eye area and hope it goes okay. Now I'm also going to use this powder to just lightly set my T-zone, just because the other powders are going to be finishing powders, glow powders, bronzy powders. I am a normal to oily skin type and I want to have, just be matte in my T-zone and glow everywhere else. And I am going to have to wear a mask today, so I want my makeup to hold up as long as it can. Now it did come with a brush. This brush to me feels, it's very soft, very synthetic-like. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So this first shade, which they're labeled wrong on the back, whatever. This one is Champagne Blur, and this is going to be the all-over face powder that's going to blur and smooth the complexion. This next one right here, this one is Best Selling, and this one is their shade Sunlit. And this one can be a highlighter, just to highlight the high points of your face. This one is Bronze Glow, obviously gonna just help to give your bronzer, your matte bronzer, which is what I have on, make it more of a glowy bronzer if that is the look that you're going for. But then you could also interchange these as highlighters just depending on your skin tone. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna use the brush. I'm gonna go in first with Champagne Glow. And I always like to focus like these glowy powders, not glowy powders, but finishing powders right in here, especially where I have pores. And I go over, my blush and my bronzer, and you can see that that kind of does take it away a little bit. So I always go back with whatever's left on the brush just to kind of bring it out, bring it back. I usually don't do these powders on my nose, so I'm gonna skip that. But I do them up here. Very light, like I'm not packing on the powder. And this brush, since it is so light and flimsy, I guess, not really the word I wanted to use, but it allows for that really light, airy application. So I'm gonna, same brush, I'll just flip it around. I'm gonna go into the bronze. Oh yeah, it shows up. It's bronze. I don't mind a glowy bronzer, but I kind of like this idea better. Like using a matte bronzer first and then just adding a little bit of glow from like a finishing powder like this. I think that's really good. I like these pan sizes. I mean, when you compare it to Hourglass, you know, we'll compare. I'll bring out one of those palettes that I got from holiday this year. Oh, but look at that. You can definitely see it added more warmth. It added more glow. And we're going to do a wear test. I'll see how these look at the end of the day, how my complexion is looking. Add a little bit here. Now, I don't add glowy bronzer to my nose at all. I want to add some blush back though. And I did pick up a little bit. So it'll be nice to see how, well, this blush is a cream to powder, so it should be fine over these powders, no big deal. All right, I'm looking here in the mirror it came with. I think everything looks really nice. It looks really glowy, like candlelit, really smooth. I like the way my complexion looks. I'm gonna take the smaller end of the brush and I'm going to go into Sunlit. So this is like the highlighter, which is great because I didn't apply highlighter. But this is not going to be one of those like traditional highlighters, like in your face. It's just going to be a glow, a very soft glow. So for those of you that don't like a lot of highlight, you just want that little pop of a glow, these powders, this palette might definitely be something you want to check out. Just all to soften the complexion. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm liking the way everything is looking. So I'm going to wear this face and makeup all day. I do have another video that I'm filming right now. And I will do a check-in with you guys before I apply my mask, and I'll be in the car, so you'll get to see a little bit of what's an ugly, ugly, dreary day here in South Texas, but at least you'll get to see a little bit of how it looks in outdoor lighting. And then at the end of the day, this will probably be maybe an 8-hour wear test today, obviously just because I'm still, you know, recuperating, and I like to get in bed as early as possible just to relax. But so far, I like it. I think it looks really pretty. I will do those comparisons towards the end of the video with the Hourglass palettes. And I'll let you know my thoughts because I've been using those Hourglass palettes for the last, 2 months now? And I love them. And I want to love this one. So stay tuned. Hey guys, this is about 3 hours later after me applying these Tarte not setting powders, but finishing powders and stuff. I know there's not a lot of light. It's a really cloudy day here in South Texas. It's cold, rainy, but this is what, I have the sunroof open. Hopefully you can get some light, but this is how the complexion is looking. I think it looks really pretty. It looks really smooth. It's not making me like shiny or anything. So I'm gonna go get my nails done, and then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. We'll see how my complexion is looking. Hey guys, we've come to the end of this 8-hour wear test, trying out the new Shape Tape Glow Bar finishing powders, of course, from Tarte. Packaging, complexion. I think that my complexion looks pretty good. I don't feel like these powders messed with the integrity of the foundation or the concealer or anything else that I applied to my complexion. If anything, they just enhanced it. They gave it a really nice glow. I haven't touched up at all. I was wearing a mask for about maybe an hour and a half today, and I think my complexion looks really, really good. I don't have anything really negative to say about this new Glow Bar palette from Tarte. I think it's nice. I think it's a nice, cheaper alternative to the Hourglass ambient finishing powders, which are very popular. Now, this only comes in one shade, and again, like I told you guys in the application portion, when you go onto the QVC website, because that's the only place where it's available right now, you're going to have to pick a shade, but you're not picking a shade in the palette per se. You're only picking a shade because it does come with a mini version of the OG Tarte Shape Tape, and again, I went with 16N, which is a fair light neutral. I mean, the Shape Tape concealer is still a good one, I think. I think it still works pretty well on me. Remember, remember that you do get a brush, and you get all 3 pieces for about $45. The brush is just okay. You know, I think if you have, of course, like your favorite rougher brushes or BK Beauty brushes, you might find this a little unnecessary, but you know, it's a nice complement to the palette. That's what QVC always does anyway. They always do a nice pack up, especially with new products. And I've noticed a lot of Tarte palettes, they seem to be heading to QVC first. And of course, you can get this on Easy Pay. Now, I wanted to bring out the Hourglass. This is the Elephant palette. This was one of the holiday palettes for 2022. Obviously, there's more shades and you are getting blushes in here, but these would be the powders right here that would be comparable to what is inside this new Tarte palette. Even this one over here. So if you already have the Elephant palette from Hourglass, I really don't think you need to pick this one up from Tarte. And also, if you have, you know, other like the Hourglass, the Trio, or just other Hourglass finishing powders in general, I really think they are the ones that kind of pioneered this whole finishing powder bit. But if you have those already, I don't think this is going to be necessary. Those powders are way more expensive than this. They're good powders, don't get me wrong, but they also don't come in a wide array of shades. I mean, I just think, you know, within the last year or two, year and a half, Hourglass has really amped up their shade range when it comes to these finishing powders and the things that they offer, and I'd love to see that. I would have liked to have seen Tarte do this in maybe at least 1 or 2 other palettes. At first, I was kind of thrown off by that when picking a shade on QVC, but then I realized, oh no, you're just picking a shade in the concealer. So once again, this is a new Shape Tape Glow Bar palette. I think it looks beautiful on my complexion. I don't feel like it accentuated any texture. It went over the makeup really nicely. And you could add, like you saw me do, a little bit of cream blush, like touch it up once you have the powder laid down. And that's what I like about this product is you can go over it with a little bit of cream product. I mean, not a lot, right? But just a little bit to touch up after you've already applied it. So let me know your thoughts, guys. What do you think of this new Tarte release over at QVC? Is it something that you're going to be picking up? Are you interested in it? Did you even know it came out? Leave it in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.